Like, let's just hit me to go on the body. My stomach is touching, I ain't come for nothing, my nigga, I'm starving. Don't do all the extras, don't fold on the pressure, we do this shit often. With the smoke like a bong hit, running up like the body. I'm on a mission, like, let's just hit.
Yo! What's going on, man? You in here with Smoking the City. I got my favorite guy in here, longtime friend, man. Young Cliff Cage in this thing, you know what I mean?
What up, man?
One of the best radio hosts I've got to know. You know what I'm saying? So
that means a lot, though.
Man,
it means a lot coming from you, man.
You mean a lot, man. So how you been, man?
Man, I've been good. You know, I mean, obviously, like, good, obviously, with what's going on in the world, you know, but I mean, I'm just kind of, what I tell people is that it makes me feel like I really had to, like, learn to create a lot more nowadays, you know. Right. So for me, like, that is a good thing, you know, because I love creating. I love kind of being that entrepreneur. So,
right.
You know, I can't complain, man. You know, everything's kind of, you know, as good as it's, you know, been right now. And I'm always kind of like looking to, you know, do
which is good. Because you would think, you would think in your field that, well, especially just being in radio, there's always need to get that info out. But you host a lot of things, so a lot of events and stuff like that. So how's that transition been from, you know, radio to hosting to maybe not hosting as much, or what things are you hosting now? I know you do that Club COVID thing and a few other
so well, like I said, and that kind of goes back on to like the whole, you know, because typically I you know, host down at Blondie's downtown. So I do Blondie's on Fridays. Shout out my El Trio member K Chiba, he does the mansion on Thursdays.
Shout out to K Chiba.
And then DJ Mango just down there the whole time, so El Trio. But so yeah, obviously we're forced, you know, we can't make money downtown doing like normally what we do. And you know, and obviously we know why. So we came up with the online Club COVID. So you check in online, and we treat it like a club for the most part. I mean, and like I tell people, I've learned that really I love partying with everybody, but I mean, I can go hard with like 3 people in a room. I mean, 3 people in a room, and I'm like, all right, we good, you know, but I'm having a good time. And so yeah, do the Club COVID, and then you know, like, I've just been blessed to be able to, like, you know, really be able to host a bunch of stuff, because, you know, I also do the our minor league baseball team, so the Rocky Mountain Vibes. So I'm like the on-field dude just running around acting crazy, so do that. And then let me see, man, that's kind of hard. You know, I really just, whatever I can get my hands on, you know, that kind of fits within, you know, what I can, you know, I want to do a good job for whoever's hiring me. So, you know, so I don't, you know, I try to pick, you know, do jobs that I know I can, you know, handle, you know.
And you've hosted a few contests too. You've hosted the which was it, Miss Colorado? What was it?
Oh yeah, so that so shout out to my girl Amber. So that was the Miss Colorado pageant. So I did that actually, which is funny enough. I saw like a, you know, memory on FB, but that was like a year ago. Well, about probably like a year and like 3 or 4 months. But yeah, no, it was crazy. So yeah, actually just kind of, you know, through networking, through like social media, kind of was contacted, and they were like, yo, you know, do you want to host you know, an event? And, you know, typically I'm like, okay, cool, let me figure out, you know, like what the event is. You know, I'm trying to do better at not just jumping into it, not knowing at least a few details, you know. So, but yes, you know, I got hit up for that, you know, started talking to a few people that worked in there. Super legit, and I was like, man, put me on board. So yeah, that thing was at the Broadmoor Hotel. You know, I mean, I got to stay at the hotel. I got to have a good. It was probably one of like the more, you know, like extravagant events. You know, I mean, freaking my man Rod Smith, you know, from the wide receiver for the Broncos, was a judge. Damn. That man just walked in the building, and I'm just like, I'm like, all right. I mean, got the ring on. I mean, he just chilling, like, cool dude though. But you know, he kind of walked in, and I was just like, oh damn. I'm like, so, you know, I had to go.
Yeah, like, what's up,
fanboy? I was like, man, been watching the games. He just, you know, but he was super chill. But yeah, so I've done that, and I'm actually going to be doing this new. So obviously with stuff going on, quarantine style, we're doing a stay at home, and I don't like to say talent show, because sometimes I do feel like talent show, you just think of like high school kind of version of stuff, you know. So you know, and obviously no knock to that, but so we're doing this like first stay at home. I guess I have to call it a talent show, but
I mean, so that's what it is essentially.
Essentially, yeah. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna have contestants all from Colorado. They're gonna submit videos of them singing. Well, we're gonna actually, this is how you do it. You register at 365grandtalent.com. So you register, submit a video of just yourself, you know, let us know who you are, give us like a little snippet of your song. We're going to pick 8 contestants, and then from there, the 8 contestants, they're going to film a video from either their house or wherever their quarantine safe area is.
Okay.
Those 8 contestants are going to submit that video, and we're going to kind of turn it into like a TV show for the most part. So we're going to, me and my co-host Amber and myself, we're going to kind of like host in between, just kind of talk about who the contestants are and stuff like that.
Okay.
And and then from there we're going to find a winner. They win some cash, and they win a contract to a local talent agency out here.
Oh shit!
So they win a lot. It's kind of actually super dope for just kind of hanging at the house, and like,
right.
And if you're, a senior, you're just like, okay.
But that's dope that they're even still doing something like that, considering what with everything that's going on, people stuck in the crib. Right now it's bringing out a lot of people's creativity, just being in the crib trying to figure out what the fuck to even do. You know what I'm saying? So that's definitely dope to still put something out there to kind of give back and get these people, still giving them their chance to, be a star or find out, their whole lane in this shit.
What's going on?
I tell you what, man. There was something else you said you hosted. So that's the pageant, the Miss Colorado thing.
Last year.
There was something else I think you was telling. No, the show, was that like a web series or what was you were like a Marvel something or something, a spin-off of DC or something you was...
Well, so that was actually, so that kind of goes back into a little bit of like the, the acting that I get.
Right.
So I kind of got into there. So, so really like, this probably was almost like 4 years ago, but shout out to the director, Nathan Shields.
Okay.
Shields Productions, a real cool dude, but kind of met him through like an acting, kind of like a network hangout. It's called Pikes Peak Film Forum. They do it every first or second Wednesday, but... nevertheless, like you can go kind of like meet actors, like directors, and kind of just like a cool little forum just to meet other people with the same interests, and you can kind of like, you can kind of bring like your own pieces or what you want to like a project, which is super dope. So, but nevertheless, met that director Nathan Shields, and so he was like in the midst of making this Justice League. It was called The Shattered Paragon. So it's kind of like like a little fan film, but. Just so happened, right time and right place. I always believe just, you got to be where you need to be at, But yeah, he actually let me star in that film. So I was Lex Luthor's kind of like lawyer in a sense. And I can't think of my name right now, which sucks. But
Lex Luthor's lawyer.
That kind of like...
Well, he got to be getting paid big money because Lex Luthor got all the bread.
Yo, so it was good, man. It was actually like a funny... That was like one of like the bigger films that I really first got to star in, and super chill. So that, and, he's kind of, I've gone through to a few other like fan film, like events, and it's done really well because, honestly, dude is dope. I mean, I still call him a young dude. He's probably not as young now, but I remember him as a young cat.
Right.
And I just remember everybody's like, yo, he just does this all like in his like basement, at his folks' crib.
Look good. Shit.
And I'm just like, yo, and it's just dope when you see a young cat really like get it, like in that sense when they're just like, yo, okay, I'm just gonna master this and make it work, and you're just like.
That's
okay,
thing,
I can tell
man.
you nice with it.
If you don't get out there and try something, man, you'll never know what you're good at. Hence the reason why I'm even doing this now. Like, I see something I think I could be good at, or that seems, I don't want to say valuable in the sense of money, but, that has value, and let's do it. You know what I'm saying? Make it happen. You can either pass or fail. You know what I mean? And hopefully if you fail, you get up. You know what I'm saying? You keep pushing and whatnot. Here at the show, we do.
Yeah, you're right.
We do take a mandatory shot. Since you don't smoke. For those that don't smoke, we drink, and we drink either way. You know what I'm saying? And today,
that's what I hear. Yeah.
Shout out to Crown Royale Apple. We just try a bunch of different shit. So you're gonna see a bunch of different things from vodka to cognac for the most part. So we gonna sip on that. You can tell we've already been putting it down. There's some damage done to that bottle. This is to quarantine, life, and success.
That's right. That's right. Salud. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And like I said, I know this guy. We went to school together. It's been crazy just to see you just come from who I know you to be to fucking Cliff Cage. Like, brother,
we've known each other for a minute.
Yeah.
I was thinking probably it has to be like the first time. It had to have been when we were like in six or something grade, because we had to have been at Panorama for a quick second.
Yeah.
Because that's kind of when I first, And then I remember then he dipped out for a little while.
Went to North Carolina. I was always dipping. I never went to the same school 2 years in a row.
Okay.
Just fucking, if not from what I remember, that's for me being a jit. Like, just when we was in Texas, literally just got back off the road from driving 18 plus hours from fucking.
Yeah, you just got off the road too. That's why I was like, yo, you
but
good?
See, that's determination.
No, like road
lag.
like
shoot this podcast. Wanted to chop it up with my man. Get
hey,
together and put this out for y'all. I'm literally fresh. 18 plus hours off the road. Came home, showered, unpacked, got shit back to where it needed to be. My man Jordan pulled up, we set up, and we here. So
hell yeah,
determination, man. I love doing this show. I love getting to being able to chop it up with people such as yourself, whether you're a friend or not. Everybody has a story to tell, and
oh yeah,
shit,
man. We go deep, man.
Yeah,
basketball
man,
team style too,
yo,
man.
Bro, what's fucked up is I didn't make that goddamn team.
Nah,
man. Shout out to Coach Garrison, but bruh,
Coach G,
bruh, I ain't.
Yo,
even
he was
with
strict,
none of
man.
that
Yo,
shit,
that man.
I ain't, bruh, had me go. We had that whole weekend. So you went with us when we was off. Was we at his crib?
Up in the mountains, yo.
Bruh.
He lived in Woodland Park, so yeah, he
all
was just
that
like,
shit to be like, yeah, I'm cutting you off the team. Like, bitch ass nigga, you had me try out because of my cousin. Rest in peace to my cousin Carl Bruno, but
man, rest in peace, yeah, for sure.
Like my cousin Carl and shit, and was hooping for him, but. Oh, he found out. Oh, you're his cousin. Well, I'm gonna try to get you on the. Bro, you ain't even put me on the team. You didn't do all that motherfucking work, and I don't like necessarily. I'm not the hooper anyway. You know what I'm saying? To be out there running laps and doing all this extra shit. So it was just like, all right, I'm gonna give it a shot, and just get cut like. Oh, I ain't shit.
I guess I don't remember that.
Like, oh, man. Fuck that. Like, man, that. I
know we hoop, yeah, okay, shit.
But that's just hooping around.
And I blame hooping really even outside,
yeah, man, with Easy and Crane and them, man, them niggas, y'all niggas was the hoopers. I wasn't good enough. Yes, you're looking at a black dude that wasn't good enough at fucking hooping. So
man.
I said it. That's why I'm doing this shit now. You know what I'm saying? But,
we were just some tall boys. That's what it was. Like I do the same. Like that's what I kind of blessed for the basketball. You know what I mean? I love football. I mean, maybe now I like watching basketball maybe a tad bit more in a sense, but I was always like football all day. You know, basketball I loved, but it was just more like especially like Coach G, same thing. Like you tall, so you're playing. I'm just like, all right. I'm like,
man, shout out to Coach G, man. Nothing but love, but goddamn it, Coach G. If I ever see you in the streets, bro, we gonna have a problem.
So I actually saw him. I actually, crazy. So he actually lives in either Idaho, Iowa, something like that. But it was when they had the when they had the like one of those Sierra alumni games.
Okay, yeah.
I forgot what day it was. I just happened to go. You already know, just sitting. It was towards the end anyhow. Just sitting corner bench at Sierra. I just like, hell no, ran right up on him. The same thing, just look exactly the same, because he was old back then.
Yeah, right. So, he was old. Had a head full of gray, like that motherfucker was old.
All white hair, like he looked to me. It's funny. He almost looks like younger old, if that makes sense. Like he look old then, but he
got young. He got that Benjamin Button shit.
Yeah, we got the younger old going on. Like, okay, you like fit old. Like, okay, I see what you're doing. You eating healthy young. Like,
oh man.
Nah, but no, that was fun.
I hear something. See, sorry y'all. We have shit going on around here.
Hell yeah, we got some stuff going on. It's real life in here. Real life.
All right, I'm back. Sometimes, we try to keep it as authentic as we can. I got shit going on. Sometimes you got to take a little break and get back to it. But, man, so, let's take another shot.
Okay, yep.
Cheers.
Salute, brother. Hell yeah, man. Appreciate you for letting me come on the show, man. Appreciate you.
It's nothing but love, man.
It's always love.
I'm glad I'm even being able to do this and have people on here and, get to talk and chop it up. Cause shit, I mean, right now more than any time in recent years, we got a lot of crazy shit going on right now. Dealing with this fucking COVID still. I mean, today is
June 1st.
June fucking 1st. And we've been dealing with the fucking COVID since people say early January. Yeah. Really to the world, introduced to the world in March? Can we say that? March? Yeah.
See, I didn't even know like an exact date, because I feel like it's always like, it's here like in November. And to be honest, you never know. But I agree though. Yeah, it's been quite a while though.
They had an article when Kobe passed, R.I.P. to Kobe, and all the others involved, including his beautiful daughter. It said next to, the Kobe incident that they were scrambling for, I believe, a cure for the COVID-19. I'm like, bruh, are you fucking kidding me? And this was February.
Yeah, this
was when I seen it. So it was after March when I see that. Like, bruh, these motherfuckers don't want to tell you nothing. And now it seems like, for whatever reason, because of the situation that's going on right now with all the protesting and the riots and whatnot because of the incident.
R.I.P. George Floyd, man, for sure.
R.I.P. George Floyd, man.
Yes.
But it almost seems like when COVID wasn't enough, that some shit like this had to happen to cause an uproar, because they was ready to bring in the National Guard, do all this and that, just in case, had everybody on lockdown. But because people were so scared, we kind of did that shit ourselves. Like, fuck that, the COVID's outside, I ain't catching the COVID, not the Roni Tony.
Yeah, not the Roni.
So motherfuckers was, hey, we're gonna fall back, we're gonna follow these, you know what I'm saying, these guidelines, most of us anyway. So they didn't have to show force. So it's kind of almost like, okay, now motherfuckers is going back outside. We really don't necessarily want them outside right now. Or it's not, it seems like it wasn't going according to plan. And then boom, we have the George Floyd incident. And it's just one that people, we're not going to stand for none of this shit. But just this one just seemed like it really, fucking just blew the lid off of everything.
Yeah.
Fuck these masks, fuck COVID, like, y'all got us fucked up, you know what I mean? Like, it's a very, very, very serious and sad situation, man, where you have these people that are supposed to protect and serve, and they are doing more damage to the people in the community, and it's all people, more blacks than a lot of minorities, but it's everyone. Everyone's affected. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, it does. I mean, and that's I think even as we kind of I think me and you were kind of alluding to that, or I've kind of talked to people. It's like, even if you're not black, it's like, it's right. Like, it's okay to be out there. Not even say like, I'm giving nobody no pass, but it is like, in a sense, same shit. It's like, I do need to use my quote unquote white privilege, to because obviously it ain't right no matter what it is, and it's like, society, it is what it is, and not that we really need to stand for it, but it's like there's definitely a lot of injustice in areas.
Man, that's the crazy thing. Like,
and we're from the south side, we grew up on the south side of the Springs, so like, for people who are from that area,
they already know.
It was.
We've had it
always the same
like that
shit,
years ago, man. They pulled us all out the car. Who was it? With me, probably me, Easy. I don't know if Ash was with us or Craig, but it was like 6 of us. We were in Easy's bubble, I think, and we saw it was early morning and shit too, like right after the club type shit, like, but we wasn't bothering nobody. But we saw him get behind us, and we went into this neighborhood right off of I'm trying to think. So Jetwing and I can't think of what the fuck that side street is, but man, we over off Jetwing, and we're trying to not lose them, but trying to bust a couple corners to make sure they're not following us, which they were. So we pull up into this neighborhood. I hop out like I'm about to knock on this motherfucking door and act like I know somebody so they can leave us the fuck alone. Nah, they waited for us. Get back in the car, motherfucking pull us over. And that was literally the first time I heard of, and I've been in different encounters with the police, but that was the first time I heard a police tell us, if you move, I will shoot you. And I'm literally, at the time when I was smoking prime times and tobacco back in the day, I had literally had it in my hand like this, so I had dropped it. And I'm literally, when he said that shit, I'm like, fuck, it's burnt. It's still on fire, burning the palm of my hand. Like, I just remember letting that shit burn the fuck out of my hand, because I was like, yo, this motherfucker's probably going to shoot us, one of us. Or if you move, somebody's getting shot. that's not, regardless of how many white folks, black folks, Hispanic folks, Chinese folks, Indian, it don't matter what color, who the fuck is in the car. You don't treat, you know what I'm saying? You ain't gotta treat motherfuckers like that. And we were still young. We were young adults, but we really wasn't doing shit. Like, we was really just cruising. You know what I'm saying? Trying to find something to get into, and you know, what any minority experiences when a police get behind them. Nigga, you about to turn into a whole parking lot you wasn't even trying to go to. You about to go somewhere you wasn't even trying to go to because you're trying to get rid or shake the police. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And a lot of, I get it, a lot of minorities might have a little weed. Some people have drugs. I get it. People ride dirty. We understand that. But to automatically assume somebody is doing wrong or treat them with the force that we've seen in recent events is completely just uncalled for and out of line, man. You know what I mean? And my father's a cop, and I always said, like, or he's an ex police officer, undercover, all that stuff. But
so you got the real insight then, because I mean that actually is like,
right.
You know,
I don't tell a lot of people that, because people are, I don't give a fuck. I mean, he's pretty much been the only badge I ever really respected as far as law enforcement, but people are so judgy, you know what I'm saying? Judgy as fuck, you know. Oh, your daddy's a cop, woo-doo-woo-doo. Like, bro, what? I'm not, you know what I'm saying? So, and it's not like I have certain things against police, but from not all of my experiences have been good. Some have been okay with where, you know, but every time it's a nervous feeling. It's never been, I've gotten pulled over and I'm
excited. Like,
even when I'm not doing nothing, you know what I'm saying? Even when I know I'm not doing shit either. Ain't got no weed, ain't been smoking, just going to the store. You know what I'm saying? Like, and no one should feel like that. You know what I'm saying? So as soon as someone that is supposed to be protecting you and serving for the people, you shouldn't feel like, oh fuck, this could be it. That's what goes through a lot of minorities' heads when, you know, law enforcement pull up behind them or walk up on them. Like, we downtown was with my old lady getting some pizza and shit downtown. She is a white woman, of course, but weren't looking at her. These two motherfuckers looking at me like, bro, I'm here trying to get some pizza. Yeah. Like, why is y'all like looking at me? Like, for real. Like, bro, I'm just chilling. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's just uneasy, man. Like, should not feel threatened by someone who hasn't even opened their mouth yet for you to even hear, you know, how a motherfucker even sounds, to just look at him and be like, oh yeah.
Already judging.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just not cool. It's an uneasy feeling knowing that you already have one up on me regardless. You know what I'm saying? It's not going to end well for me. You know what I mean? So it's... But
that's how, like I said, it always should be. Everybody is neutral. I mean, granted, there's status of, like, people who just have money, this and that, you know. Right. You know, and unfortunately, you know, yeah, sometimes there's, you know, some older white folks, you know, whatever it is. But it's like, yo, like, you know... And that's why, like, honestly, like, even for me, sometimes I feel like I hate that I do that, but I almost live sometimes in this world when I'm just like, yo, like, I just know everybody around me, like, you know, like, everybody around me, we all just, like, want love, want to spread it, you know, and, you know, and I think, you know, for all of us, you know, there's every race, you know, we Spanish, this, Italian, you know, like, everybody has, you know, like, different people that are around, you know, and it's just, you know, kind of having that, I guess, is just, you know, I don't know, you know, it's kind of like what I enjoy, and so I'm always like, yo, we're all good at this and that, and I don't know, you know.
It's always good. It's never been no bullshit like that. Not on your end, but you've never. That's not something that you always are constantly having to deal with on a day-to-day basis. With
which is a sad, which is sad. Like, and it is a sad, like, scenario. It is like that, you know, because it's just like shit. You know, it's like now that I'm older, you know, and you know, obviously, you know, when you're younger,
pulled over by the police and shit, and had to, you know what I'm saying, deal with, you know what I'm saying, law enforcement and shit, and it's like, bruh, it's not the same for everybody, man, and it's just fucking whack.
No, you're right, like, and that's why, like, we need to cut. That's why I always feel like the same, like, even with protests, like, I'm all for, like, let's all stick together, like, you know, even if you're not, you know, like, black, you know, or whatever. It shouldn't even be about that. It should be about, like, yo, like,
even if you're not a minority and you hang with minorities, you fuck with minorities, you listen to rap music, all this, you gotta understand, if you have a heart, you know what the fuck is going on is wrong. what recently just happened is wrong, and just stand up for your minority people. You know what I'm saying? The silence is what gets people to questioning how someone views something, or like, oh, so you cool with this shit. Not maybe that you would do it yourself, but you're not saying it's wrong. You know what I mean? And it sucks that some people have to, it's like, if I don't see you voice your opinion about this, I'm going to feel some type of way. Like, even with me, I ain't posted anything about it, or I wanted to be able to have a real conversation about this whole situation, because it's been happening for years. It's just all of a sudden, not all of a sudden, but this one it just hits a little different. You know what I'm saying? Like, you had your fucking knee on that man's neck. That man, when that man cried for his mama, that man had to be in his fucking early 40s or 40s or however old that man was, crying for his mama. Like, that's that was like, whoa, like, bro, I felt that, like, cause a brother's gonna call for his mom. I don't know what it is about us and our mothers. Like, you don't call for your father, you call for your mom. Like, that's fuck, man. It felt different like that, and now look at what's going on. Not just in the state where this happened, but everywhere. Here in Colorado, in the Springs, in Denver. You know what I'm saying? In Dallas, like, it's going up. You know what I mean? Like, people are tired, and you know what I'm saying?
It's actually, because, you know, I mean, and kind of how we were even kind of talking earlier, like, you know, like, obviously we're 90s kids, you know, so like, you know, we kind of grew up when the internet was like just coming about, you know, like, I mean, I tell people, you know, not people all the time, but like my little bros, I let them know, like, man, just think of this. When I was in high school, wasn't no Facebook. Like, I wasn't on Facebook in high school. I wouldn't, you know, until out of that, you know what I mean?
Wasn't seeing all the shit going down.
But, you know,
in your face. You know what
exactly.
I'm saying?
Now it's like in your face. They see it, you know, so it's like things just kind of come at you, you know, faster, which is good and bad, you know, but, you know, it is just, really, it's like, you know, gathering that information, you know, like, and, you know, like you said, it's definitely, you know, it's just a lot coming at people nowadays, and, you know, and, you know, like I said, on my end, you know, it's like the only way really to get change is to come together, you know, and protest, you know, like, you know, obviously maybe not going, you know, there's a certain way to protest, obviously, like, you know, we were saying, so,
but I don't know, man, because I can harp on this shit all day, and I don't even want to shift the energy. But, you know, it's the topic of now. You know what I'm saying? It's a very serious topic. So if y'all got any comments or whatnot, hey, comment down below. You know what I'm saying, on how you feel about what the fuck is going on. Where you stand in all of this. I mean, I know where people should stand, but not everybody feels the same. You know what I'm saying? And we got to understand it. And I guess respect that too, you know what I mean? But shit,
and it's cool to hear other people's, like, you know, opinion on shit. Obviously, you know, not obviously if they going too crazy with it, you know, but it's great to hear, like, you know, sometimes, you know, people's. I think your dog, the dog got something to say.
Hold on, she don't like that shit either. Hold on.
Respect that, man. That's a real ass dog right there. Right. Man, let that dog on this pod, shit.
Right, Rosie said, you heard me.
That's real. That's a real topic. Damn right it is. But I told you, you know, but
yeah, man. Yeah, man.
Because I know we can go on days just because, you know, like I said, it affects everybody, you know, and, you know, it should affect everybody. So everybody should have, like, you know, like some, you know, opinions or just whatever on it.
Feel some type, you know what I mean? But
I'm glad to share it with you, so.
Man, you my guy, man. But so with the whole radio,
trying to make people happy now. Yeah, let's do it. Okay, trying to make them happy now.
How did you get your start into radio? Like, how was that journey into, you know, coming out of high school, college?
So, I mean, more college, I think, is when, like, the radio aspect of it kind of came, you know, from. But, I mean, prior to then, I mean, obviously, shout out Sierra. So, I think from there, you know, initially it was always, really it was making beats. So, that's, like, really where it first started at. Okay. So, shout out to my boy Nile. He taught me how to make beats on Fruity Loops. So, I was kind of like, that was, like, the first kind of, like, I always was into music, but I was starting to learn, like, okay, like, you know, like, patterns and, like, you know, okay, you know, 4 bars and learning, like, you kind of just learn sounds and stuff like that. Like, always loved music, but then it started to make sense. Like, okay, this is probably why I like these certain songs, because they have these certain counts or whatever the case. So, so producing,
get behind the music. So
yep. So it was always like, okay, cool, love that, love producing, doing all that. Then like the DJing kind of came along, and really it was crazy how that even happened because I happened to be at a pawn shop, and like a dude was selling 2 turntables and like a ton of records, and he was just like trying to sell to some dude. And I don't know if dude either wasn't gonna buy it or was gonna buy it or something like that. But somehow like I got kind of wrapped up in the info, and it was like maybe it was like $150 or $100 or something like that. And dude was like, yo, you can just take it all for that. So I was just like, and I was like fresh out of high school, like 03 maybe, like, and I'm like, just have a little extra money. So I'm like, here you go. So do that. So that's how the first like, and that was like dope because it was like real turntables, some techniques, had like real records. So I'm like learning, and so that obviously then became like with the producing, it just kind of became like a whole like, okay, cool, I can like mix the two and enjoyed it, and then I think a lot of it too also came from, so even minus that music, I kind of forgot to insert, so go back some years. My step pops is actually a wedding singer. So initially how it started is I would always help him when I was like probably like 11, 12, 13. I would just help him, and at first it was just playing music. Yo, press this button. And then every once in a while I'd be like, all right, just say something on the mic. And so I'm just like, he's like, yo, just say like, hope you guys are having a good time and blah, blah. So I'm just like, okay, just at 13, just getting on there.
Right.
I think that's really where like the comfort on the mic came. So fast forward still with all the producing this and that. Was then like, so then I started, like, yo, I'm gonna start doing my own mixtapes. So trying to do mixtapes, just hosting those. And then shout out to Pikes Peak Community College. So that's kind of where I was like, okay, after a little journey, ended up there. And then, they got the station, KPC, 89.7, 89.5, yeah. So got the station there. And then from there, kind of like learned a few techniques. And it just everything became so natural because I was like, oh, okay, like I know how music kind of works. I kind of know how like to, like jump into a song. Okay, I kind of know like music anyhow. So I'm like, cool, I know like the end of that song. I'll sing it along and just doing all these fun techniques at college, and really just kind of opened up a lot of doors. Same thing, I like knew like, okay, I got to start like meeting people. Shout out to my teacher, and then Dallas Jade, because wild story. We talk, Dallas and myself talk about this. Literally downtown one day, just happened to walk by her, didn't even know her. Just kind of stopped her like, hey yo, like, hey, my name is Cliff. I go to Pikes Peak Community College. Like, Sharon, is like my teacher. She told me that, she wanted to introduce me to you one day. She just like, oh, Dallas is like, oh yeah, I know you. Like, you super cool. Like, okay, like I'll like call you one day, or maybe like, I'll try to pass your info down. Right. Literally like didn't hear from her for about a month. Month later, probably a month or maybe even 2 later, get a call back from her, and she's just like, yo, pick up your phone, like, my boss is getting ready to give me a call, and she's like, I think something's gonna happen. And then obviously from there, luckily stuff just kind of fell into play. Right. That's kind of how it initially started. And that was 2010.
Damn, so, that's dope.
Crazy,
shout
right?
out to Dallas J, man. So she basically kind of plugged you in the whole.
And that's why I always give her so much love. And I mean, I give, I love everybody, but that's like always like my girl, because she really like. Right. I felt like at that time didn't have to do that. She didn't have to be like, yo, he cool, because she really didn't know me other than just. I like to think I'm a cool, approachable person, but I could have just been some dude trying to holler at her, and she was like,
and she probably gets that like, a lot, okay, so it's probably like, what now? Fool?
And that's even that's what I thought going up. I'm like, she's probably gonna think I'm just some dude trying to holler, and gonna be like, yeah, all right, yeah, you're a DJ.
Shorty, look, I'm trying to get on the radio or do some shit. What's going on? What's happening with you?
But yeah, shout out to her. So that's so I've been fortunate with that, which has always led into other things, because one thing that I always tried to make sure that I followed was okay, like brand yourself, like, and that's a big thing, the entertainment field, like brand yourself, kind of where you're going, or however that works. But I always wanted to brand Cliff Cage, is doing all this stuff versus it being like, like radio Cliff Cage, radio Cliff Cage is this, I always wanted to be like Cliff Cage is doing like radio, and then he's hosting, at the Rocky Mountain Vibes. Okay, then he's like doing Miss Colorado pageant. Okay, then he's like doing some movies, just so it always felt like the brand was doing, everything, so I guess, that's kind of what's always been my, my biggest advocate, kind of getting in, and, and like I said, I'm blessed to I always feel truly blessed, like I said, to be doing it this long, because same thing, I moved to the Springs probably in 92, 2 probably, military kind of brat. So I was here in, I think, the early 80s too, but
right.
So I seen the spring, you remember Springs, powers didn't connect far.
Had a dirt road.
I mean, there was this is before, people think it's tiny now, it's it's still a little smaller, but it's big though.
Now. This shit this
none of that power. So I always feel blessed. I'm cool, man. I can actually get do stuff in my city that granted I don't know everybody, but I feel when I see people, it's I feel like I know. I'm
personality,
what up?
It's everyone knows you without really knowing you, especially on one of the biggest stations which you were at was 98.9. Like that, I grew up here listening to Magic. You know what I'm saying? So to know someone that I grew up with, to be yo, man, I was a young nigga listening to Magic, because our radio stations, shout out to all the radio stations out here, but we were super late on everything out here in Colorado, so we didn't have. And
Magic was really on the station,
that was really trying to keep up with what was hot and shit. So shout out to the 96.1 The Beats, y'all, Chiba, y'all over there. Shout out to the 98.5 Blazers now, but we didn't have that. All we had was Magic. So for you to even be able to step in the building and do that with them for what, 10 plus years?
Yeah, I mean, it was a blessing, man. Shout out to Big Mac, because he was doing the Saturday night street jams, which he still does. But I remember literally I forgot who I was with, but that was one of the first times that I heard the Cameron joined the
Oh Boy, was it?
Not Oh Boy, but the it's off there. It was the Killer Cam.
I think I know.
I forgot what the joint exactly called, but I remember he played it on his show Saturday nights. Kicks off at 7. I forgot when he played it, but it was one of these days. Probably got to be 99 or something like that. But kind of going back to that, when I heard that, I was we playing some Cameron in the Springs. I was
what the fuck?
And it was Big Man, because that man kills it. But you're right. That's how it was. For me too. Magic was always it, it was always the station, CK Laserman and Howie was one of the first shows I really remember listening to, Romy. There's some ton of names, and it's crazy because I feel the same way. For me, I walk by and I see them and I'm yo, what up? It probably took me a little while at times to talk to them, and they're probably just almost, I mean, I assume they get it, but they're yo, look at this
famous
dude.
With their, because you don't usually get to see the radio personalities, you only hear them. So every day you're listening to your favorite shits on the radio before, niggas was really bumping their own CDs and this and that, and, personalizing, having your own personal music on you. That was where you got your music, and those people helped you fucking find it. When I found out, my nigga, I'm set. I didn't even listen. I literally started listening to the radio again because you were on the radio. I'm definitely about to listen to my nigga on the motherfucking radio. Stop playing.
Hey man,
I'm tired of listening to this shit. Let's see if what Cliff Cage is playing. Speaking of Cliff Cage,
I appreciate that.
No relation to Nicolas Cage. How did you even come up? Cliff is your first name, obviously, but
correct.
How did the Cage come about, and how did you know what I'm saying? How did you adopt the moniker Cliff Cage?
Well, Cliff is actually my real last name. Cliff Cage.
Your real name is not.
Cliff
is your last name.
Nah, Cliff is my first name.
Yeah, that's what I said. You say Cliff Cage is not your last name.
Yeah, Cage is the real last name.
What?
It just, most of the time, I just, I mean, that's kind of really where it came from.
Damn, bruh, I thought this. See, and not just to let y'all people know, I'm not asking all these motherfucking questions. If I don't know your. Of course, I'm gonna know your either nickname or first name, but
we go back.
But I'm not asking niggas last names, bro. Nigga, first name basis.
You're tell me your government name.
Yeah, bro, motherfuckers I know to this day. Right now, what it was Cage? Oh shit, the whole time. That's super dope. Bro, what? So. What you just? Hey, I'm using my first and last name.
And then, so I always had other names I went by as a youngster, So in the early days it was Spliff.
Yeah, see.
Just so that was one of the very Spliff. First nicknames I think I really got, and then that kind of had a few other ones. I had Cliff Laveau, so that went by. So Cliff Laveau went down for a while, but
play a Laveau style.
But then it really just kind of came down to just using the running with Cliff Cage, and and it just it just worked, and worked for all avenues, and
that shit is hard.
So
to know that that's my real name, and that shit is like a home run.
So and like I said, that's why I feel like I owe it to myself to like I gotta and not even that and that's why I'm trying to learn on more serious. I'm trying to learn to be like, okay, like satisfied with like milestones that I do take, because I do feel like probably like you too, like I'm always reaching like, yo, I'm just gonna keep going and going and going and going and going, which I love doing. Yeah. Always love being busy, but I'm trying to like do better at like almost appreciating that moment, like, oh damn, I did do that, and like savoring it, and like almost not being like discouraged at like this, almost like, yo, what's the next thing? So
right.
But do I do it? Probably not. But I'm working on it though. That's the main thing.
Yeah.
Because I do just love, and that's in like the the funny cliche. It's like, yo, when you love what you do, it ain't really work. Like it's cliche, and I hate even saying it. I'm surprised I even remember that shit, but it's true. Like I kind of like just love like the interaction I have with people, and just being able to like go out and do these things. Like it's like I almost don't even feel the same when I can't have that. That's why this quarantine was tough for somebody like me, because I'm used to being like out
and connecting with
I'm
people,
a hugger. I'm like, yo, what
people.
up? Let me tell you my story. Let me laugh with you.
Yeah.
I'll buy you a drink, whatever it is, and so it's been tough, but like I said, it's forced me to be creative and like find other things. Like, I do that little 15-minute quarantine, show on Instagram. So I do that every day at 2 p.m. So it's just, and really it's only 15 minutes, but it's cool to like just kind of interrupt a day real quick. Like, yo, 2 p.m. I'm going to play, 15 minutes of just music, like we're gonna have fun and we're just gonna talk,
Right.
So it's kind of it's a chill idea, but same thing. It's fun to be creative, and when you find out what you enjoy, you just like,
definitely.
I'm gonna keep going, and
Yeah, see, we're doing the same thing right now. We didn't come up with this during quarantine. We've been having this.
Yeah, we've been creative. I mean, 'cause you talked about this for and I don't want to say years and years, but like. But we've always like brainstormed, That's why it's good to, man. Another reason I feel lucky is that I've always, been around people who are like this. We always just thinkers and really like want to get stuff
wanting
like,
to do
yo,
something.
what's this? And so like we probably probably were talking about this in the like early 2000s before anything like this was popping. Way back then. We're like, yo, because I remember even myself like, yo, I need a camera phone on me right now. But we had phones like this, like so you like you can't do nothing with was it Nokia? You ain't
fucking 28 megapixels. You ain't doing shit.
You ain't getting no picture, no video back then. It's like no.
Like what the fuck?
Yeah, that's why. That's why that always trips me out now that I'm, like I said, getting older. It's like, yo, just to think, man, like, yo, when we was growing up, there was no like.
If we did though, if the social media was popping when we was,
I'd be in trouble. I'd be in trouble, man.
I would have been, and the shit. But see, and then when you're young, you do a lot of stupid shit. So like, how these young motherfuckers is doing shit for the clout. I ain't gonna say we would have been doing shit for the clout. That was just what the fuck we was doing. It wasn't to get notoriety from nobody. It wasn't like we was just doing us.
But and I mean, at least like I said, in my same kind of style. Like, granted, like it was way different because like now it's like, let me show the world where. Yeah, back then it wasn't really showing like the world, but it was like, yo, let me impress my friend, right? So like if you'd be right next to me, it's like, hey, yo, let me show you. I'm gonna jump off the top of these stairs, like
right.
And like hurt yourself, and like you're just like, all right, we good. Where now it is like, it's almost like a show that people are going for, which.
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of is the same thing, because I mean, I don't think we would have been any better with it, but I think they handle it well though. To not everyone, but. There's some people, granted, who are doing some crazy shit. I'm like, yo, why are you videotaping yourself?
Yeah,
like,
that shit
why are you
is a
videotaping
fine line of handling it well, because you got first.
You're right. I take that back. Never mind. Scratch all that.
But no, I get what you're saying, because you do see a lot of positive things from the talented ones that are putting their skill out there. People like Jay Angel able to put his product out there. Him filming and being able to get his business off the ground, and many others, following in that same realm of doing something positive and showcasing either their work or just their interest. That's all good, but you got niggas going on car chases, high speed chases, filming that shit, filming shootouts, filming robberies, like filming ass whoopings, like, and get it. look, I'm all for a one-on-one, niggas getting their ass whipped, all that shit, but a lot of the times it do be uncalled for, but some people need their ass whipped, let's just say that. But it's a lot of negative shit too that's getting, fed to us on a daily, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, like, all the time.
Way faster than we would even hear about shit back in the day, because now everybody just got their phone out.
Oh, yeah.
They just got to start doing something instead of just pulling their phone out.
I mean, it's easy, because, and be truthful.
Yeah.
First thing you do when you wake up, one of the first things you do, it's probably grab your phone, right? Do you?
Sometimes, yeah.
Because I ain't gonna lie, like, I look at my shit.
I'm gonna go to the bathroom, roll over. What time is it? Oh, okay. And then you see the notifications.
Because I know you.
What I miss?
I literally fall asleep either with my phone like on my chest at times, or doing. I just and I kind of not mad that I do that, but it is just kind of like, damn, like.
But that's
and it's part of my job too, and it's part of like really kind of what we all do. So, granted, I think we need to be on this to do our stuff, but I know for me, I'm like.
And I feel you on that.
My hand gets so hot, I'll be on my phone. I'll be like,
think about what this is. This is a digital imprint of you.
Oh, man. Oh, yeah.
And what's in this? Everything
your soul,
you love.
Your soul's in that shit. Like,
bruh, if a motherfucker loses their phone today,
you lose that.
They're going fucking crazy.
Oh,
there are very few people that would lose their phone and be like, especially with all this, like, celebrities and musicians, and they do a lot with these motherfuckers. I know what I do with this motherfucker. So if I lost this motherfucker, we going back.
You ready to flip out on like the first person to do you wrong? Like, hold up, what? You got my phone?
You got my phone at? Man, their lives, like you said, their souls is in this motherfucking phone, man. That is your little digital imprint of you,
and it ain't gonna get no better.
That you're connected with. So you pretty much, in a sense, if you have, I got the laptop, I got a tablet, shit like that, but. You lose this, nigga. You're not communicating. You're assed out. You can't. You ain't got a house phone. Probably ain't got no quarters to go. They ain't got payphones.
Yeah, no payphones.
You go into a place nowadays, even because they gave niggas Obama phones. So if you even go into a place now to ask to use the phone, they gonna look at you stupid. Like you a crackhead. Why are you asking to use somebody else's phone? The brokest motherfuckers have phones. And they be having better phones than motherfuckers who be working a job and paying rent and shit. Like, yo, how the fuck you got all the J's, the newest iPhone, Apple Watch, and all this shit, but you ain't even got a crib or a vehicle?
Hey, man, well, it's just priorities, It's tough to get
priorities. But yeah,
you don't got nobody showing you. But I agree with you, though, man. Yeah, the phone is wild.
Bro, like, fuck.
And I'm one of those people, too. I always got to get the new phone.
People. They just record bullshit. Don't get me wrong. Like I said, a good ass woman. I laugh sometimes. I like the shit.
Literally right now, there's this guy on a tower, like a electronic tower, like a pole. They're recording that shit right now. It's live on Facebook.
Really? What?
Yeah, pull it up on Facebook.
What? Hold on, guys. He said there is a guy on the book. He climbed out in the Springs?
No, like on Galley Road, like literally Galley. You know, saying here in Springs, yeah.
What the fuck? He climbed a utility pole?
Yeah, he's up there.
God, see what I mean, people? Live. But I like. See, but this is. Oh my God, here it is. This is crazy. This is crazy.
Me to say anything, bro. He's out there. I'm zoomed in. I'm like across the street. They're not letting nobody in the vicinity to be able to yell to this nigga.
And I'm
thinking the same thing, Mike. That crane probably not even gonna reach. He up there. But I mean, they gotta have a crane to reach that bitch. They have to work on that bitch.
And now what? For some clicks? For us to go viral? For somebody to know, yo, that's so and so would have.
Oh yeah, they do.
What if you fall? I mean, there's just so many things. Like earlier, let me turn this down real quick. But just like earlier, keep it up.
Said smoke some loud under the tower. You
A lady was trying to either pet an alligator, do some dumb shit, take a photo with an alligator, got her ass snatched the fuck. Like, bruh, niggas be doing shit for the clout and be fucking they self up before they even get. Now you got all the clout, dead clout.
For the clicks, I mean,
like that's crazy.
I mean, I know you saw Joe Exotic. I know you. I know you saw Joe Exotic.
Shout out to that motherfucking Joe.
Yeah, shout out to Joe Exotic. crazy mofo.
Big cats. Yo, Carol Baskin did it, man. That's all I'm gonna say.
She's done everything. She done it all to us.
Carol Baskin killed that man. And
She done it all.
Look.
But he's a prime example of somebody. Like, man,
yeah,
exotic.
If you get a camera in his face, he's turning.
And some people are just so good at it. Someone's like, damn, you good.
The camera's on?
Yeah, it's
about to go crazy.
Because, anybody else walking around with, like, a line of tight, you may be interested, but that dude just had it, like, and he didn't even know he had it.
Right.
Because you're like, yo, that man is super famous, and that man sitting in jail. Like,
gay as fuck, too. Had 2 boyfriends. That shit was crazy. That whole Tiger King oh, man. You know what's crazy? Just all these things that are happening now, good and bad. Tiger King was definitely a moment in time with this whole quarantine shit. Like that was right in the beginning of quarantine, wasn't it?
Oh, that helped
like
quarantine. I was like, okay, quarantine may not be the worst if I got this shit.
Yo, that shit was like, really? This is okay. This is what's going on right now. This is what we're forced to deal with in this fucking COVID quarantine bullshit. Is this is what's
literally Tiger King and then quarantine radio with Tory Lane. Those two things really helped me get through. I was like, okay, you know what, I'm making it. Like,
quarantine radio was lit. That was a brilliant idea.
Yo,
that was a brilliant fucking idea. Like, shout out to Tory Lanez on that shit. Like,
I hope he brings it back another I keep on hearing he may do it like
keep
YouTube
something like that up. You know what I'm saying?
Out,
even it being quarantined for now, this is what you do. We may not be quarantined anymore, but hey, for when I'm on doing the quarantine radio, niggas is in. You know what I'm saying? Go quarantine right now. This is what we about to do. Yeah. Like that was definitely a good one.
It helped. Yeah, I was.
Oh, one more shot, man. I know you
Salud.
Also, we have our product today. Is it Vituras? I don't know how y'all pronounce this shit. Veritas. I'm far from a dummy, but when they pronounce it, I don't never pronounce it right. Vituras, whatever. The motherfuckers who partner with cookies and help grow cookie shit. Shout out to Buku Lao. You dig what I'm saying? For the goddamn garlic breath, you know.
Okay.
It's good. It's good. It's I guess it's definitely a hybrid GMO crossed with Mendo breath, and you got garlic breath. So again, shout out to motherfucking Buku Lao right there on South Academy, in the old King Supers dilly down there off of Astra's on.
Oh, Astra's on Hancock?
Yep. Okay. Astra's on the Hancock, low key. Go down there and get yourself some. They got some gas. They definitely got some gas. Hopefully they want to enter the contest to where we that we're gonna have with these dispensaries and see who really has the best gas, and they can win a commercial shot by yours truly, Jordan from J Angel Visuals. You dig?
Okay.
My guy that helps with all this fancy shit we got going on, so we can bring you smoke in the city. You dig?
Good.
Best in the city by far. I mean, and I shout out to all. I'm saying this now because I definitely want to have a panel with the videographers in the city. You know what I'm saying? And really get all your guys' take. From shout out to Justice, shout out to is it Antimatter Media, I think. J Angel, of course. Goddamn me, VVS. There's a few more of you guys out there definitely doing your thing. I want to, get you guys in the room and have that conversation with you guys too about this whole videography thing, because not a lot of people really understand what it takes to make y'all niggas look as good as they make y'all niggas look, me included. You know what I'm saying? With this music shit and just, TV in general, you know what I'm saying? So,
it's good to learn.
Watching, tap in, so we can get this panel going on the videographers. You know what I'm saying? You dig what I'm saying? You figure deal me.
That thing's still going down over there.
It's still going down.
And I hope they get them down safe, man.
Bro, that's the wild shit. That is so something else we're trying is a useless fucking fact. So there's a lot of things that people just retain bullshit information. So why don't I help you cloud up space in your mind with some bullshit information. So, useless fact of the day. One of many segments to come here on Smoking the City, but we were reading some crazy ones. Let me just give y'all a few of these, Jones. Because what was it? Okay, so no number from 1 to 999 includes the letter A in its word form. So which is fucking crazy. So none of the spellings of any of those numbers from 1 to 99 has the letter A in it. Like, who the fuck? How did y'all know that?
Yeah, I know. Well, see, okay. Well, when you write numbers, do you like write the actual like?
It depends.
Letter like. Form of it, or do you write like 2?
If you're writing checks and shit, but I mean, you're right. Who's writing out 996,000?
Well, do you? Because I mean, I do it for some things like I don't know, like I guess sometimes like when I'm gonna put like hey, I'm gonna go here first. You know, like some people put obviously first or 1 ST. Right. Like. I used to put the 1 ST.
So many acronyms. So many.
That was pretty useless too. I don't even know where that came from. But
this shit, man. What's
good thing to know though?
Yeah, that's pretty fucking useless.
Sounds good.
What's this one? There was another one here.
Well, I mean, there was like a Marvel. I thought the Marvel one was dope with Mulan. I don't know where that one was at.
Mulan has the highest body count of any Disney character. Is that what it was?
Is there a Disney character or a movie? I thought or something.
Animated movie. I don't know. Basically, she was cutting niggas' throats. She was killing niggas, low key. Yeah, shout out to young.
They got the real one coming out here soon.
Yeah, Mulan has the highest kill count of any Disney character. Kill count, knocking them off. You feel what I'm saying?
She nice with it.
Golf balls tend to have 336 dimples. What the fuck? Like who? A dragonfly has 6 legs but can't walk. Fuck, you don't even need legs then.
He'll still scare the hell out your ass. What the fuck flying at you.
Yeah, dragonflies are. I've only seen mostly in North Carolina seeing dragonflies, but
they big.
Fuck them dragonflies.
They remind me like a very tiny mosquito, so I always think it's a damn mosquito, and I'm like running for my life. Bro.
Man, fuck them. Fuck
yeah, no, but that's funny you say that. No, that's funny you say that because let me say probably like 10 years ago. Oh, we'll just say 10 years ago. I was helping my boy Vic. I was helping my boy Vic move in. Yeah, I was helping that man move out to North Carolina. So we actually rented a U-Haul from here and drove all the stuff from here down there. Yeah. When we did that, I stayed down there for about 3 or 4 days at his new crib. Right. Same thing. Like that was probably one of my first times, like on the south coast or whatever. Kind of like more or less that area. Right. Straight up, I just never been around that many bugs. God damn, I swear to God, I just started hearing like on his house like it would just be noises and stuff, and I'm just like trying to not pay attention. Like, okay, it must just be wind. And man, just like, oh no, let me just bugs hitting inside the house. Literally, you could just see like his window just bugs hitting. It's like I was like, yo, is every bug like against each other and then against humans at the same time? Like
we're dealing with moths right now. Like we literally just got back from Texas.
We do got moths though. Them moths is
this
crazy.
Shit, I'm cool. I don't give a fuck how non-lethal these motherfuckers are. They're gross and they be trying to eat up your clothes and shit, and they just be flying around fucking up shit and making shit real complicated in the crib. So I'm killing all moths. I'm not gonna try to collect it and sit outside. Nah, bitch, you come in here, you and your partners is dying, and I'm gonna let my weenie dog eat them.
It's a good thing about having a dog.
She likes to eat them. She likes to eat the motherfucker. So
it's like vitamins for the dogs, I think.
To you bitch ass moths out there, if you ain't trying to get ate, you and your partners, stay the fuck out of my daughter's room and don't be coming into the crib. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, those moths, but we are lucky. We're so lucky that we don't have insects like that in Colorado, just being so high up. Because
I'll have to look up their purpose. Hold on.
Moths?
Yeah, because I gotta know. Because y'all doing a whole bunch of.
Man, they're God's creation, man. Leave it alone.
They kill. Bruh, people die every day, B. We're all God's creation. This is bullshit. I need to know real quick. What are moths' purpose? Let's see here. We got.
They do something.
Get on my damn nerves. That's what they do.
They do something.
Let me see. What are it comes up. What are moths good for?
That was the first thing. All right, what are moths?
Importance of moths. Moths count. Both adult moths and their caterpillars are food for a wide variety of wildlife, including other insects, spiders, frogs, toads, lizards, shrews, hedgehogs, bats, and birds. But moths also benefit plants by pollinating flowers while feeding on their nectar, and so help in seed production. Yeah. Okay, so
they are useful.
With that being said, why the fuck y'all in my crib, bro? You ain't pollinating shit in my crib. So take y'all bitch asses back the fuck outside is all I'm saying. If that's what you supposed to be doing, do that, Mr. Moss.
Yo, I've seen a few. I mean, I haven't seen one in a while, but I remember probably when I was like...
You haven't seen what in a while?
No. I was saying, I'm talking about like when I was probably like... Yeah, this probably was like early 90s, but I remember there was this moth in the in our backyard in my family's house. That thing must have been literally like, maybe it wasn't in their backyard, but somebody's backyard. It was like this big, dog. No lie. Like,
yeah.
Wingspan.
Yeah,
I was like, I was like, what the? I don't remember what they ended up doing. I think it flew away, but I was like, yo, what in the hell is this thing?
Irritate. What? See. All right, what do moths do to humans? Contact with food and textiles that have been infested by moths can lead to allergic reactions, and I think this is mucosal irritations for humans and pets. Consuming of moth-infested food can also lead to intestinal disease. Like, y'all getting dealt with. Y'all run up on me and my shit, me and mine. I got a fly swatter with y'all name on it. And that's just what we're going to do. And that's just how we're going to handle that.
And I don't know why just reading that made me think, like, I wonder if it's like the same thing. Like, you know how they say, like, when you sleeping, spiders crawl in your mouth and you digest a spider?
So
yo, what if you, like, eat a moth, you know, like, every year or something like that? Just one fly in your mouth, you don't even know it. I'm saying, I don't know.
You got to be fucked up.
Climb in your ear? Maybe that's more realistic. I've seen them fly in your ear, but, hey, man.
Nah, fuck all that.
Yeah, moths are there. Yeah. Nope. They're scary.
Yeah, fuck these moths, bro.
They're scary, man.
Man,
I had one fly in my car a couple days ago. I was driving. Shit had me spooked. I was up on the steering wheel. I was like, just chill for a second. Just let me wait till I get out.
Like, bro, no, they all in the car, bro. Like, get the fuck out of here. What are y'all doing? Go pollinate something. Oh, yeah. Like, what do you mean?
Yeah, they'll find their way in.
So, question that I ask everybody, you know what I'm saying? And it's one question that, you know, everybody, I'm sure, is going to give a different answer, you know what I'm saying? But who is Cliff Cage?
Who is Cliff Cage? You know, it's still like tough question to figure out.
Just something to think about.
Always gives you something to think about, you know, but I mean, I would say right off, I just say like, I think when people just ask me what I do, I'm always just like entrepreneur, you know, or I'm just like, you know, like try to almost hit that like, you know, a creator or something like that, you know. So hard to say, but I just say, you know, like whatever I'm doing, just know it's legit. Know that, cause,
right?
You know,
because I was getting a check, bitch.
Yeah, you know it's always legit, you know, and you know that just goes back to, you know, me just want to always put out the best product, you know. So
right,
you know.
Definitely.
So I would just say, you know, maybe in short words, I'm a classy man.
Hey, ain't nothing wrong with that, man. My God. Make sure you tell the people your handles. If you have anything next that's going on, when's the next COVID Club party?
Yep.
Just tell them what you got going on right now and your handles so they can get with you.
Gotcha, man. I'm going to take it over. Here we go. Bam. All right. So make sure you check out Club COVID. Now, that goes down every Saturday at 7 p.m. on Facebook Live and Zoom. Big shout out to El Trio. So that's K Chiba, DJ Mango, and myself. So every Saturday, 7 p.m. Also, you can catch 15-minute quarantine. So every day, Monday through Friday on Instagram. Just tune in. You can catch me at Cliff Cage. So everything's at Cliff Cage. Instagram at Cliff Cage. And like I said, live every day at 2. We just play 15 minutes of, you know, just like feel good music. I say R&B music, but we just play whatever. We have a good time. We BS. So make sure you check me out for that. Also, the 365 Grand Talents. Make sure you go register at 365grandtalent.com. And other than that, pretty much, you know what I'm up to on Facebook or social media. So just be my friend, and we all good.
Huh.
Boom.
Yeah. I thank you for coming through, man.
My man. Appreciate
you. Nothing but love, man. Hey, it's Smoke in the City, and we out.